live. Look live. This is muted. Noise. Boom. On the internet. Double check on the sound. Hello, hello. Double check on the sound. Hello, hello. Alright, I can hear myself.
Ready. Big buddies and tall swings.
Show me your butt. Just suck it in. Whoa, chill out. Bro, what you think this is?
This is that hot dog stream.
Hot dog stream.
We get on stream and show off our hot dogs.
I mean, I like mine crispy, a little bit charred,
And you gotta get it just a little black at the tip,
a little black at the
just
tip.
for all of the enjoyment.
Okay, okay.
What?
Are you a fan of ranch, mustard, or ketchup?
You gotta get ranch on the tip, even disbursement.
Spread it around, smear it a little bit. Is that the vibe?
It is the vibe.
I mean, most people say that ranch doesn't even go on hot dogs, so.
You can put anything on hot dogs you want to. Personally, I don't really care for hot dogs though.
All right, someone puts some strawberry jam on a hot dog. How you feeling about that then?
Hold on, what? You said strawberry jam on hot dogs?
Strawberry jam on a hot dog. How you feeling about that?
Talking about the yours, yours. Yeah. It did that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Bad time? Bad timing?
Oh no momento, por favor.
Oh. Oh man. All right, we about to start pretty soon. This man's getting orders from the wifey, I guess. Man making a mess or something. I don't know exactly what. You can speculate if you want. Probably something to do with food, but we'll find out soon. But in the meantime, oh, I guess that was quick.
I've been eating that all day. Anyway, okay.
What you been eating?
Talking about pork loin.
Oh, you just wait. What what's been just chilling out? They had to clean up.
No, I left a box of tea open.
Oh, okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
You just pork loin just chilling on a corner raw on a counter.
No,
That'd be
no,
atrocious,
it was a
bro.
box of tea bags.
I mean, you gotta be the chief
Yeah,
of that. All right, you good?
we good.
No potty breaks. Got your drink.
Yeah.
I got my aquafina. It's backwards.
Yes. Yeah, Aquafina, Aquafina, Aquafina. we out here giving Aquafina. Y'all should sponsor us.
Bro. Dude, it's crazy how long ago that was.
Yo,
My goodness.
Aquafina, get at us. I don't drink it, but you know, what I mean,
I'm about to cut that up. Anywho, welcome to episode 25 in Perspective. We took an off week due to some life circumstances, but actually, how did that go? A little bit, everything go with that? You cool?
I mean, yeah, like you know, things happened,
Yeah.
and people need to appreciate other people because they're not always going to be around. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it goes. It's like the older we get, the more we start to realize that, because, like you said, things happen. Anywho, episode 25, we're gonna get into a bunch of different things. I have my small curated list of topics we can go through. Yeah, I'm sure you got stuff on your plate. Don't know what this Frito Lay's thing is, but you seem to be
Yeah, I
interested
mean,
in it.
yeah, it's just something in the news, but I feel like it's something you know, what I mean, worth talking about. Um, we'll see how deep we dive. We keep it shallow, or we dive into the deep waters. You know what I mean?
I mean, deep blue sea all day, but that's kind of up to you.
Shout out to Jessica Alba. You still are fine as crap, and I don't care how old you are. But,
Bro, she's outside the 2 to 5 range.
yo, I don't care. There's certain people that I will break the rules for. All right, like I will be her sugar baby, and she can buy me
The brown
Invisible Woman
sugar.
action figures.
The brown sugar. You said what? The Invisible Woman action figure.
Yes.
Bro. Why is that the first thing you go for?
Because
That's who she
she's the
plays, right?
Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
among others. She was in a very underrated horror movie in like 2006 called The Eye, and it's based on like traditional Japanese horror. It was around that same time that like The Ring and like The Grudge were popping off, and that kind of became a trend.
hmm
So it's in that same vein, but I think it's worth at least one watch. So you should go do
yeah. Okay. I definitely don't see myself doing that by myself.
that.
However, that could be part of the trip, or if I mess around, see a
Yeah.
couple other homies, maybe we can run down that route. Because I did end up watching when Lenny came by to visit, and we ended up watching Saw 1 and 2.
I
Eh,
haven't seen a good chunk of those.
no?
I've seen the first three.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, and then like it got. There's a point in every franchise where, especially like all like the horror franchise that people consider classics, where it's like they've gone on for like 9, 10 installments,
hmm
but the majority of them came out when I was like still under the age of 18.
hmm
So like going to go see them in theaters or even like watching them at home was kind of iffy sometimes. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like keeping up with them as they're progressing, it was really hard. Sometimes I just didn't care. Like Freddy Krueger scares the crap out of me as a concept. And I really don't normally get bothered by like supernatural stuff, but like Freddy Krueger as a concept is terrifying because it's like you literally can't get away. But like,
I mean, he only gets you in your
I,
dreams, right?
yeah, and you have to sleep eventually. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there's no escaping. Like you can stay awake to a certain point, but like eventually you force your body to take like what are they called micro naps,
hmm
and that's all it takes. Like he's waiting there for you with the dream shoddy. Like
Dream shy. Headshot. Get one tap like Freddy Krueger.
no
Bro,
scope,
for
aim
real,
assist.
dude. That would be so bad, man. But can you like go after like multiple people at the same time?
I believe. I don't quote me on that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I am not a Nightmare on Elm Street expert. Like I said, when it comes to like that generation of horror movies, it was kind of like slim pickings for me. I was more interested in like the Japanese horror, like the Grudge, The Ring. Uh, I do like the Scream movies. I think those are very clever because they kind of make fun of a lot of traditional horror tropes. Um, I don't know. I like horror as a genre, like not even just horror movies specifically, but like also horror video games. But like I like the concept to be good. Like I like the characters to be at least somewhat interesting and the story to be at least halfway decent. Like if I'm watching a horror movie and like I can predict everything that's gonna happen from start to finish, like I don't like it's to me that's not good horror.
Yeah.
Like
Like you're not be
you know
surprised at all. It's like
yeah
that's like half the fun and going to a movie like that.
yeah like Final Destination. It's so all the deaths in the Final Destination movies are so telegraphed. And because like it literally like the camera will literally linger on whatever it is that's about to kill the person for like a whole hot minute,
Yeah.
and then it'll just like build up, and then it'll happen. And you're like, well, we all saw it coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I think Final Destination is less legitimate terror and more just like anxiety. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it was like some of that stuff made me anxious about things to this day.
In real life.
Yes. And then like other stuff is just like, oh come on, that's ridiculous. Like,
Like I remember one that had like what was it? I think a mom and her kids were like leaving a beauty salon or something like that. Or
the
were
lawnmower,
in. Yeah, the lawnmower
the
one, dude.
lawn.
I forgot what shot through, but I was
it
like,
was it was a rock. It was a rock.
oh no, it went like straight through her eye or something, right? Or her head,
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember because
bro.
that was like the first one that was in like 3D or whatever.
Okay.
And because that's the one where dude gets pushed through a fence and he like gets mushed into little squares. You remember?
I don't remember that part, but that sounds so dumb.
And then like that's also the one where homie at the bottom of the swimming pool and he gets
Oh
sucked.
yeah, I
He
remember that
gets
part.
sucked into the thing.
Doesn't make no
And I'm just like,
sense.
come on, man.
I feel like that probably could happen though.
I don't know. I need like Mythbusters or some type of scientific expert to break down the physics and practicality of some of those kills. So,
I'll get the lawnmower one. Like I can see that one being like legitimate though. Out of all of them, lawnmower, and then I don't know what else goes in that movie, but the age old,
but
the
the
log one.
lawnmower will the lawnmower will it will it propel the rock with enough force to like go straight through your dome, like because like you gotta think about like what's a bullet travel at, like what, 770 miles an hour or something
Something
like that.
crazy. But it's also spinning
Like
too. It's rotating.
okay, because like when you think about like professional baseball players, like they top out at what, like 90 something an hour.
100.
Yeah, and if you get hit by somebody like a pro baseball player's baseball, like it's not going through your head. You know what I mean? Like, but also I think maybe it has something to do with like the surface area and like the size of the object. But like, still, like 100 miles. I don't think anything going 100 miles an hour is going through your head, unless it's like
What if it's
a
jagged and
knife.
pointy? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think a rock is at least like piercing the skin for sure. That much I can give it. It might not go through
Well,
like bone, but I can see it piercing
yeah.
the
Well,
skin at
just
least.
the only reason I will say that it'll pierce the skin is just because it's a harder substance than your skin.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like smash. Like if you know, okay, if you smash your head into like concrete, like obviously you'd bleed, and you don't even have to. be going that fast for that to happen.
Slide your
You
head
know what
across
I'm
it.
saying?
Right then and there, just bleeding out. But yeah, no, it's crazy how they create a movie like that,
Yeah.
and then people just talk
Yeah, them
about it forever
logs,
and
man.
ever.
I don't get behind those trucks. If I see one of those trucks carrying logs, I'm like,
Yo,
nah.
about to get three
Like,
lanes over,
yeah,
be nowhere
man.
near it. Dude, we were driving like I think 2 or 3 years ago, my family, and on the highway, and there was a van with a ladder on it, and that junk fell off. Bro,
Did it hit the car behind it?
we were behind. Dude, that was like the sketchiest, one of the sketchiest moments, and I've had to live through. But luckily, my dad dropped, like, dodged it somehow. I don't know how. It's like the perfect timing too,
Yeah,
because there was no cars to the left of us, and I think we was
yeah,
all the way over in the right lane, so like we had enough options to pick from. But yeah,
yeah.
freaking ladder, bro. Almost got Mario Karted.
I've been behind a trailer that had like random assortments of bullcrap on it, not strapped down, and it was
Mm,
just like coming off. Like they probably just got done like hauling some stuff, and they just had like random like milk crates and random objects on this trailer, not
mm-hmm.
strapped down, on the highway going like 70 miles an hour, and they were just like falling off the trailer. And I was like, okay, I guess this dude must not care about this stuff. But then again, like if he doesn't care about this stuff, why would you leave it on the trailer and get on the highway with it there? Like just take it off. Like I don't know.
They were just trying to move it. As long as it wasn't in the place where it was before. It was getting evicted, something like that. I don't know. Making up stuff. All right. So I know you've seen this. Can just lead off with this. Lil Nas X,
Uh,
Industry Baby.
yeah, big ups to Lil Nas X, man.
How do you
I'm not
feel?
saying I'm not saying I'm praising everything he does just because like for no reason, but this man gets a super undeserved amount of hate for like no like he's not doing anything different than like the rest of popular culture or like the entertainment industry does. It's just dicks instead of boobs. So people mad. Like,
Pretty
you know what I
much.
mean?
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly that. It's like people aren't used to it being shown in such a light, and so
Yeah,
people popping off. Ain't you supposed to be doing
yeah,
this? Like, it's literally the exact same thing. Do I want
yeah,
to see that? No, not necessarily. But like, I'm not gonna be out here complaining about it because it's literally the exact same thing,
yeah,
and it's art
yeah,
at
big,
that too. So I do appreciate it
yeah.
for what it is.
And the song is dope. The song is dope. Uh, I don't know who both the producers are off the top of my head, but I know one of the producers for the song is Kanye West. Uh,
Now that's kind of surprising.
yeah. Like I saw that and I was like,
That's
huh,
legit.
what?
Is that really legit? The song's called what? Industry Baby.
Yeah.
What? There's no way. You're lying to me.
Okay. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure he tweeted that at some point.
Co-produced by Kanye West. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. I'll give it to him. It makes sense.
And then Jack Harlow's verse was dope. It took me a minute to get behind Jack Harlow, but like I like that verse a lot.
I was wondering, like, when I first watched it, I was like, oh, this is Jack Harlow. And I thought about you. I was like, I don't know how
Yeah,
Lincoln's gonna feel about this, but
yeah. Like I don't know. Like I wasn't on. fully on board with what's popping, but that the verse on Industry Baby was dope.
Mm.
So I
I'm not
mean,
gonna
I
lie.
don't know. I
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really listen to the lyrics as much. I watched it one time through, and I was just looking at the video because like I feel like the video in itself is like way more interesting. But I'll have to double
Yeah.
check and go listen to those lyrics.
You always gotta try to do at least like both separately at least one time,
Yeah.
because there's always gonna be stuff there's always gonna be stuff you don't pick up on, like the Lupe Fiasco joint that just dropped, the Jean Grey. So apparently, like the original version of that song, like the beat he used or the original song or whatever he used, the original song is called Telepathy, and then that's why he called his version of it Jean Grey. So
Like the instrumental or what?
yeah, like I guess it's like he flipped a song or whatever,
Okay.
because like he's done that before with Ellie Goulding's Lights.
Mm.
Yeah, and then he basically took that first hook and just rapped over the rest of the beat, and he called it light work. But you know, like like Lupe, like a lot of his mixtape stuff is just ridiculous. Like
Mm.
it's insane. But yeah, um, I always try to like watch the video and then listen to the song at least one time separately, because there's always going to be like a couple things you don't pick up on.
All right. Too focused on the video
Because
itself.
like when I was watching the video and I was like listening to like Lil Nas's verse, I was just kind of vibing. I wasn't really paying attention to what he was saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess because like Jack Harlow's the lyricism is so much more pronounced in his verse, it was easier for me to catch it from like start to finish.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But I'm also like actively trying to listen for the lyrics. So,
Mm. What part of the video do you think was like the most memorable to you?
bro, so and that shot where he like both of the dudes grab his pockets are
Yeah, and
inside
they're
out.
walking down the hallway.
Yeah, and I was like, at first I was like, yo, did they just like I thought, and I'm sure it was intentional that they did it that way because it looks like they're grabbing dicks, like, but uh, but yeah, that part caught me off because you go from that immediately into the shower scene. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that shower scene was just like I knew the shower scene was in the video because I had seen a screen grab of it before I watched it.
Right.
Uh, which is obviously like that's the thing people have like the biggest problem with.
Yeah.
Which it's funny because like I'm seeing a bunch of people, like a bunch of entertainers, like even Jack Harlow, like he tweeted like if I was following like Nas's lead, and if he would have asked me to be in that shower scene, I would have been in the shower scene. Like so, I don't
I would have been interested to see that.
know.
See if he actually follows through with that. But like it's cool because like supposedly he wrote the whole thing, right? The whole screenplay, I guess.
Yeah, the video treatment, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Which I know he did for like Montero. Um, I don't know. I think he's a dope entertainer, honestly, and he's like somebody who gets way too much flack and not enough credit for what he's doing. Because I think if he stays on this road, he's gonna become one of those like artists that we see as like a visionary.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Especially because he's staying consistent with releasing content. Like I cannot remember any point in the last like 3 years, 2 years, 3 years. Like ever since Old Town Road dropped, I've always heard his name somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
For some reason. And I think that's important when you're talking about like staying relevant, and you're talking about like uh potential longevity and whatnot.
Right. But he has a lot of things going for him though, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in this day and
Yeah.
age, being gay and being black and then on top of that, showing yourself to the world. That's gonna.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna chalk it up just to that,
I'm not chalking
but
it
it's
up straight
like,
to that, but like that's
yeah,
definitely an additive effect, pretty much.
yeah.
Cause like his music
Cause
alone is
like,
already good enough, and like you said, being a visionary, like it's good to be able to put out content ready that he's putting it out and then stay relevant, as you said. Like that's pretty valid. And then everything's either catchy or it resonates with a decent amount of the world at the same time. So
it definitely resonates with a lot of people, and the people that it doesn't resonate with are still talking about it.
yeah,
So like,
bad publicity is still publicity. So I'm still rocking
you know
with
what
it.
I mean? Big ups to Lil Nas X. Honestly, like, I don't know if this would be a fair comparison, but in a way,
Don't say Prince.
no, he
Okay.
kind of reminds me of like, and like again, I feel kind of weird making this comparison, but he kind of reminds me of Lady Gaga a little bit because Lady Gaga pretty much, like, every time she dropped anything, she's pretty much like swept the nation. But she still had people talking about, oh my gosh, she's so weird, she's so strange, why she do the things she does, like her videos are so like off the wall, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know if I don't know if she was more accepted because she was a white woman, you know what I mean? Because like she definitely has a lot of like LGBT stuff in her videos as well, but she writes songs about men, you know what I mean? And it's like I don't know if it was more socially acceptable because she was a white woman. You know what I mean? Versus like just straight up like nah, like this is dicks in your face. Like, because she's definitely one of those artists who kind of like leaned into like the controversy that people and like the rumors and scandals that people like were saying about her.
Hmm.
But to my knowledge, like most of it was unfounded. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But she's definitely like I would put them as far as like the type of like artists that they are in a sense of just like off the wall crazy shit and not caring about what people think. I would actually love to see them collaborate, like Gaga and Lil Nas X. I think that would be dope.
How do you feel about Katy Perry in that same comparison?
I think Katy Perry is more queer baiting because from what I understand, I need somebody who's like actually hip to like the actual situation. But
I'm saying more so like the crazy video antics and just being out there like that. Maybe you're not saying that, but like that's kind of the
yeah,
vibe I just got from what you were saying.
yeah.
Like kind of doing
I
stuff like
mean,
a really weird way or
yeah,
alternative or different.
yeah. Like artists in that same vein is like Gwen Stefani, um, occasionally like Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj, because like Nicki Minaj does a lot of crazy stuff, but like she's also a very like a good chunk of her appeal is like sex appeal,
Hmm.
and she plays she like Nicki Minaj does all the weird stuff, but she also does like the safe normal stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like she's not just like out of pocket 24/7.
I mean, dude, it'd be interesting to see somebody like that.
But again, I think it's more quote unquote taboo for a man to be openly, talking about, his homosexuality than it is for a woman. Uh, just because society sees uh, gay women as like sexy still. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you're a lesbian or you're bisexual, but that's still attractive to me, a straight man. So I'm not gonna give you as much crap as me seeing two dudes kissing or whatever.
Hmm.
Like, so. I think that plays a part of it. It's like even like the white girls when they do all the like super weird ratchet shit, like it's still somehow sexy to straight people. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I think that plays a part.
I mean, I totally agree with you. When that's gonna change, I don't know. But I do like how like these artists are doing a little bit of different things. I want to see more people go way outside the box, which is like part of the reason why I'm kind of artistically into some of the new rappers, just on how they
I
present
mean,
themselves, because like it's so different than everybody else. Do I like the music?
yeah,
It all depends
yeah,
on what it
it
is and
depends.
whatnot. But like the way they present themselves, sometimes it might just be for advertisement. Sometimes it's actually what they're actually into. Like we already said about Lil Uzi Vert, like he's into anime and
Yeah,
whatnot. Same thing Megan Thee Stallion into anime and whatnot. And so it's cool to see them actually go forward and show that side of themselves and incorporate into their
yeah,
music and the things that they like. Like
bro. I would have killed when I was in high school for like a rapper to come out and say, "Oh yeah, I like Yu Yu Hakusho." Like I rap about that street shit, but like I love Yu Yu Hakusho. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, like just to have people that like I already like looked up to, you know what I mean? And to hear them say that they had something in common with me,
right,
that would have been everything. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I think that's part of the reason why I was drawn so much to like people like Lupe Fiasco and like Kanye West and people like that, because like they were like, hey yo, like I'm doing collabs with Daft Punk. I got anime all in my music videos. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just
Making
crazy stuff.
references and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Bruh.
But shout out to Lil Nas X though. I got mad respect for you. I'm a fan. So
Gonna buy those shoes?
nah, I don't mess with the. If he had put it on a different shoe, I might have considered it. But I'm also not trying to have Nike come after me talking about, you know what I mean? Oh, well, you shouldn't have bought those shoes because it's not an official licensed Nike product.
Oh, is that
Oh,
okay? I was like, what are you talking about?
yeah.
Okay,
We
that
talking about
makes
the Satan
sense.
shoes, right?
Yeah. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure why
First
you
of all,
saying like why Nike would be upset about it. I wasn't sure about that, but
like he had like a whole lawsuit, like at least like a cease and desist thing because it wasn't an official collaboration.
then how
He just he just took some shoes and put some shit on them and sold them. It was not it
just
was not an official Nike collab.
check that
Like
box? It's like, okay,
yeah,
Nike shoe.
that's pretty much what happened. He made like 666 pairs of that shoe, and it was not endorsed or licensed by Nike in any way, and
Bro,
that's why he had a lawsuit over it.
I mean, could have made bank off that.
But I'm pretty sure they're Air Max 97s or 95s. I don't remember which one it is, but I don't like that shoe anyway. So, like, nah, I'm not rocking it.
Bro,
If he had put him on like some Jordan ones or like some Dunks or you know what I mean some Air Max 90s or something like that, I go cop a pair.
yeah. Well, I guess that ship is passed. All good though. I'm surprised more artists don't have like their own shoe lines out,
You know, a lot of them do.
other than
Rihanna has one
Kanye.
with well, Kanye, DJ Khaled has a Jordan collab.
I don't want those.
Travis, yeah, Travis Scott has a few pairs of Jordans now. Uh, I want to say Drake has one, or he either has one or he's gonna have one. There's a bunch of people. Rihanna has one with either like I think it's Puma. Um, J Balvin, he's got some.
Who?
J Balvin,
Yeah, J Balvin. I don't know who that is.
a very popular Hispanic artist.
Song. Name a
Um,
song. What's the song? Maybe
Bro, I can't now. Off the top of my head, I can't name.
how they so
It's not.
popular then?
It's not my type of music. uh,
I probably heard
I
a
think
song.
Bad Bunny has one.
I
There's
mean,
a bunch of.
I'm so confused by the world, bro. Okay,
What you mean?
okay. Is there a Bad Bunny and a Bad Barbie?
Yes.
Okay,
So Bad Barbie is the Cash Me Outside girl.
okay,
Bad Bunny is a dude.
okay. I thought they were both Bad Bunny. Like, I heard of the dude and I know the Cash Me Outside girl. I was like, when did this girl start making music? I don't want to. I don't want to listen to that,
No, the
bro.
Cash Me Outside girl does make music. You know that?
I I did hear about that.
Yeah, that's why she's called Bad Barbie. Like before that, it was just the Cash Me Outside girl or Danielle. Her name is some long name that starts with a B, but she goes by Bad Barbie, and she's got like songs with all the people you think she would have songs with.
No, it's Bad Baby.
A Bad Baby.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, that's. I don't care either way. And if you're watching this, I
Danielle
don't care.
Peskowitz Bergoli.
Yeah.
Also, okay, yeah, okay. This makes sense. I was so confused, bro. What's your rapper name? And don't tell me Light Strife.
What you mean?
Is that what you're going with?
That's what else is there to go with?
I don't
Like,
know.
am I just gonna pull some random name out of nowhere? Like, yeah, this is a little this little solo cup.
Call you Solo Red.
But yeah, this um open blinds. Like,
Bro. No.
or
Get
a
look
little Cheeto, or
cheats fingers.
crispy chips, but like spelled with a K and two E's instead of a Y. And then the last S is a dollar sign.
Bro, that's so stupid. Okay. What's up with the
Yeah.
chip thing? The Frito-Lay thing.
Um. So Frito Lay has been, what's the word I'm looking for? Indulging? Is that the word I want to use? Indulging in
Participating.
some very, yeah, in some unsavory work practices that have uh, gone all the way up to having somebody die on their assembly lines or whatever, and then people had to pull somebody off the line, like other employees had to pull somebody off the line, and basically just keep working.
I have no
And
clue.
Frito Lay is on strike because of conditions like that. And employees are asking the public not to buy Frito Lay products and not to cross the picket line. But I mean, that's basically the gist of it. It's just, uh, you know, big corporation doesn't treat its employees good. So,
I mean, that's typical.
what else is, yeah, like what else is new? But, yeah, I do obviously support the workers' decision to go on strike because ultimately, and I don't know if I said this on camera or off camera before, I do believe that the power in these types of situations ultimately is with the people as long as they do organize and like actually try to do something about it. You know what I mean?
Captain Planet.
Because it's like if uh if you got enough people and you're willing to like stick to your guns, like what can the corporation do? Like if you got a whole plant's worth of people and they all go on strike, You gonna fire all of them? Like, is that what you're gonna do? Because then what? Are you gonna go out and literally replace all of them the next day, and then still have like no trained people to keep things running? So, so yeah, I do think that honestly, because like with this last year and like all of these changes that COVID brought, there's so many new safe work practices that have been implemented that could be permanent.
Hmm.
I have a friend here who was working from home because of the pandemic, and they were just like, you know what, this is safer anyway, and productivity hasn't like dropped or anything, so we're just gonna keep doing it this way.
Hmm.
So like honestly, if like stuff like that can change, where it's like more convenient or just like safer for the employees, like why not do it? You know what I mean? Just just like a little bit of just care and just thoughtfulness, you know what I mean, goes a long way. And not only does it like
Nobody cares about that.
increase, bro, okay, well, that's why people don't want to work. You know what I mean? That's why people aren't taking these jobs.
Puppet
You
masters,
know what I mean?
bro.
That's why people aren't taking these jobs anymore. They're not tolerating these conditions. That's why we see all these strikes for like Wendy's and McDonald's and like Taco Bell and whatnot. You know how they're hurting so bad for employees because it's like people aren't willing to put up with those work conditions anymore. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like even Walmart, who like I've worked for Walmart for years, and the conditions, is basically like if you ain't bleeding or something, you working. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, and it's like even they're like starting to like ease up on certain things because like they know like you gotta at least keep your employees happy to a certain extent because there's nothing forcing them to stay there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think it's getting
But
worse just because, like, how do I want to go about this? Because I can always just go back to the whole back in my day, not for me specifically, but for the older
yeah,
generations. Like, I
yeah,
would say, and I know you agree with this, and a lot of other people agree with this, like, living conditions back then is way easier to get into a more stable living condition as far as like financially finding an apartment or a house, whatever. Like it was easier back in the day to be able to pay for that stuff.
yeah.
As long as you're able to get like almost any
Oh no,
job or any relatively decent job.
oh no doubt, no
Okay.
doubt. And that's like whenever I hear people argue about like minimum wage, and then somebody chimes in like, yeah, but they're just gonna raise the cost of everything else. And I'm just like, bro, they're still raising the cost of everything else. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, all the other prices and stuff is still going up. So we can sit here and argue about minimum wage. Like, the price of gas is still gonna go up. The price of bread is still gonna go up. Like, the price of rent is still gonna go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. I don't buy into the whole like I don't understand why people like go so hard to stand for the government. You know what I mean? Basically, like I just I don't understand it.
I mean, it's
Cause
easier
like
to
yeah,
stand for something if it hasn't messed you up. Like not no one's out here being like, "Yo, F Drake." You know what I mean?
I mean people are, but that's like
I
neither
mean
here
for
nor
like a
there.
dumb reason. Or like
Yeah,
F Michael
like
Jordan or anything like that. This man's making Jordans and whatnot and brought so many memories to people. No one's
yeah,
out here doing that. But like LeBron or somebody else, people have
yeah,
something to
man. I
say.
don't know. I just, bro, I don't understand the whole like let my whole personality be just like, oh yeah, I believe in whatever the government says, and whatever they do say is the best for me, is the best thing for me. And I'm not gonna question it. I'm not gonna think about it. It's just it is what they tell me. You know what I mean? Because like that line of thinking would probably be like directly contradictory to like how the people that founded this country probably thought about the people they broke away from. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so I don't understand the disconnect in that rationale. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand just the blind faith in like following the rules. Uh, Cause it's like like my old boss, he was like, "Oh yeah, nobody wants to work now," and I'm just like, "Man, no, no, you out here trying to shaft people. That's what people don't want to work for. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, so,
and that's what I'm curious
so
about.
yeah, I mean,
Cause like, and this is what I was trying to get at a little bit earlier. Was okay. So if it's hard for people, cause I know in your instance you're saying that one of the big things that people don't like is one, the working conditions itself, and then two, like pay rates, right?
yeah.
Okay. How much of the pay rate issue you think is just like a growth thing, like over time? Because I would assume like back in the day, Walmart's like, okay, we just got off the ground, blah blah blah. We're just getting trying to make a decent amount of money, and then now it's just like, all right, we want to make our earnings go like this, straight up. We want all the money, and like we're shafting people because of that. You think that could be the
So
case?
you think that they're not paying people decent wages because they somehow are like afraid of not making enough money, or
Partially, because like they have, I don't know if this is the case. I'm spitballing stuff, but like um when it comes to like stocks and whatnot and financing your company. Like you have to find investors. Well, you don't have to, but it helps out to find investors. And like investors typically go to the companies that earn a certain amount, like taking out expenses and all that. So I'm curious how much of like them
man,
trying to edge out as much extra money is like screwing people over.
man, let me tell you, I work for Walmart, bro. It's not gonna hurt them to pay people a decent wage, bro. It's really not. Anytime they want to give people overtime, they do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All the managers and whatnot, they get their bonuses. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
guarantee you they get their bonuses. So it's like, bro, like Amazon, Walmart,
They
you
have extra
know,
money to just blow. That's what I'm saying. Like it, I agree with you.
yeah, yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, yeah. The whole, I don't think it's growth. I think it's greed, honestly. Like, which I mean, at the end of the day, it's their company and they can run it how they want to. But full circle, you can't just look at that side of it. Like, yeah, the employees can also decide that they don't want to work for you.
Right.
Like, and that's the problem. Like, that's what people are all upset about. And it's like the free market doesn't only work for the employer. Like,
Yeah, for the
you know what
producer,
I mean?
consumer as well.
So, but I don't know. These companies definitely have. If you got money to giants, blah, blah, blah. If you have money to launch a giant dick into space, then you got enough money to make sure people ain't passing out in your
Bro,
factories.
that was his own personal money, wasn't it?
Man, okay,
Or his own company,
okay,
a different company, a SpaceX company.
okay,
No, that's
okay.
that's Elon. Elon SpaceX. Never mind. Take that back. Yeah, I don't know.
What? I know.
This man said
I
space
do
dick.
know. Bro, that's what that junk looks like.
You
It
could
looks like a space
penetrate the
dick.
atmosphere, bro.
Looks like a Transformers dildo.
Stop.
It's-
I'm
oh
hurt.
my god.
Dude, there were so many memes about that. I was like, bro, come on.
Trojan put out an ad
Really?
with the with the shuttle in one of their condos.
Yo. Feel like $1 billion.
Oh my god.
Yo.
But yeah, man, I'm not tripping or crying over any of these corporations talking, bro. Yo, we can't find people to work. Give the people what they want, bro. Like I guarantee you, like they still need jobs. You know what I mean? Like just treat your people with this, like just like people. You know what I mean?
Treat it like a relationship.
I mean that's what it is. And somebody's tired of stuff that's going on in a relationship, so they're
Yeah.
choosing not to be a part of it. So
I mean, kisses and pizza parties aren't enough. Like you gotta pay them. Sometimes people want money in a relationship. especially if that's the
I think that's a.
established relationship, and that's what you need to go with.
I don't. I don't know if that's a great analogy.
I mean, you don't want your, you don't want kisses and pizza parties from your boss. I know I don't.
um, I mean, I don't, but like in terms of like relationships, like comparing it to relationships and be like, yeah, like my girlfriend doesn't give me money, I'm not staying.
That's not what I said. I said if that's how the that is what is defined in a relationship. Like
Yeah,
people know what they get themselves into,
yeah,
and if
and
you
that's
don't, then you need to
it's not just
ask.
yeah, and it's not just the employees. Like I hate a boss that's like, oh, it's like you're only here for a paycheck. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm here. Like, I'm not here to be friends with you. I'm not here to just do all your work because I want to do it. Like, get out of here. Like, if you want to work because you got nothing better to do, that's up to you. But that's not why I'm here.
Yeah, it's like you guys advertise this job for a reason. Y'all put money into this for a reason, because y'all trying to get some money out of it, right? Like
Yeah,
it only seems obvious what the reasons are, but you got to keep people in somehow, and usually going for jabs like that to keep jobs. I don't know. That's something I do want to get into, dude. There's so many things about jobs that's just like work stories, dude.
yeah,
Work horror stories. Navigating the whole lifestyle of having a job, because it is way different than, I've never been this tired in my life for no reason. For no reason at all,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. It's like I sometimes I feel like I literally wake up and my sole purpose is to make money so I can justify my existence, and I'm
Yes.
just like.
Bro, I'll be waking up. I'm just like, I don't even spend this money sometimes. Then just got it, man. Just chilling in a bank account
Yeah.
somewhere. All
Yep.
good.
It's-
All good. I'll just go buy video games and Digimon cards, I guess.
I just need to go to like a barter system for like that like bro like the more I hear about like socialism, why is this bad again? like like oh it's bad because they told us it was bad as kids. All
Yeah. It's bad because people believe automatically people aren't going to do anything for society. People get bored, man.
right.
People get bored. But at the same time, it could go either way. There's no telling. I think there should be some, at least like a base level socialism, but we'll see. Supposedly we're heading in that
Gotta be
direction.
better than what gotta be better than what we're doing now. That's all I can say.
I mean, we don't need healthcare.
Told you, man. Watch them hitboxes.
Bro, that joke was so funny. All right. I kind of want to see what's up with this Olympic opening music. I heard like one song,
Right.
but
I know the Final Fantasy Victory Fanfare is on there,
yeah.
and I know like what is it? The Song of the Ancients from what is it? Near Automata, something like that. I know there's like multiple Square Enix songs on. I know that
hmm
for a fact,
I had seen a list.
but I'm not like super hip. It's just one of those things. I just
See if I find a list again. Cause yeah, there's a lot of songs on there from like games I'd never played. So for the people that are watching, supposedly, well, I'm assuming it's true. But a lot of music in the Olympic Games opening ceremony is from like Japanese video games, which I think is pretty interesting. And a couple people made comments about this, but like Japanese video games, like I've always been fond of the music, like from Pokemon, from Kingdom Hearts, uh, even like the fighting games. Like usually music is really well done and super memorable. Also partially because stuff came from my childhood, so all that stuff kind of like bleeds into each other. But I think it's cool that they did that. I honestly did. That's like less work for them. They probably just had to re-record it with like a more orchestral sound to it. But I think just altogether, them going that route is pretty cool. Is this a good list? Yes, it is. All right, what we got? What we got? So I don't know how complete this is or isn't from Game Informer, so I trust it. Tokyo Olympics opening ceremony songs. So Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, it's a Victory Fanfare, as you said, Tales of Series. Haven't played that game, so I'm not sure. Monster Hunter, Proof of Hero. Have to check that out. Olympus Coliseum, dude, from Kingdom Hearts. Chrono Trigger. I did see a clip of this. I haven't played this game though, so I wouldn't be able to recognize it. Ace Combat. Not sure what that is. The Tales series game.
It's like a war game.
Yeah. Monster Hunter. The Chrono Trigger game. I'm trying to see where this is
Yeah.
played. Sonic the Hedgehog Starlight Zone, dude.
We got a lot of Square Enix on this list though.
Yeah.
We got Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Chrono Trigger, Fantasy Star, Nier. All of that is Square Enix.
Soul Calibur not though. The brave new stage of history.
Yeah.
Dude. That's so sick, bro. That's so sick.
Well, I'm telling you, Tokyo's going off. This whole Olympics, like everything about it, I'm just like, yo, y'all gonna wish that like we do this here all the time, like straight up.
It's like that, and they got the shoes.
Yeah, and then what wasn't Goku supposed to be the mascot before like COVID and everything?
I don't know
Wasn't
if
he supposed to be the mascot?
I don't know if COVID was like the reason why he isn't, or if they went through with it or not. But yeah, that's something I've heard. I'm not sure how legitimate that was though. But like, even if they did go through that, it was just like, bro, like how can you hate on that? Unless you're like a
Yeah,
crusty old 70-year-old person that doesn't know anything about anime or anything like that. But I don't know.
you know the 2024. It's gonna be in Norway or something,
It's in
and
Paris.
in Paris. What is in
Croissants with
Paris?
smelly cheese in the Eiffel Tower. I don't know
I mean,
what's cool in Paris.
I mean, no disrespect to Paris, but y'all don't got Goku. Y'all don't got
Bro.
Gundams or Sonic or Final Fantasy.
Now we looking into this now. What's cool in Paris, man?
Oh
Man said they
man.
know Paris ain't got Goku. What's cool in France, man? Croissants. Top three,
Oh my god. Look, it's
bro.
all cathedrals. It's literally all churches.
Buildings.
Oh, the Cannes Film Festival. Okay,
Wait, the
that's
what?
something. But you know what? You know what they ain't gonna show? You know what they're not
No,
gonna show at the Cannes Film Festival? The new Dragon Ball Super movie. So thank you, Japan. So,
bro. The Louvre. Man, is there any details on that movie?
they just dropped the title and they dropped some character art.
Oh, what is it called? It's like
Pa-
superhero.
Yeah, it's Dragon Ball Superhero. they
Wait, who's this? The heck? Nah,
yeah.
this is from something. This is from Heroes. Okay. I was like, he looks way too crazy to be in the base Dragon Ball.
But Pan is older now, which I'm hyped to see if Goten and Trunks are actually older.
Dude, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. It said Pan is
Piccolo
older.
has a house.
Piccolo has a house? Is there a whole trailer?
Yeah, bro. Piccolo has a. It's like a teaser trailer.
Bro, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Piccolo has a house and a mailbox. Like his house, it's a Namekian house, so it's like not like a regular human house. It looks like the house is on him.
Okay. Okay, so that's like the image you had liked or retweeted.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. Goku bouncing. Nice. Alright. Do I have anything else on my base list? I don't. So, we free roam, or we find
Well, we do.
a last hitting topic.
Last hitting topic. I don't know.
I had some thoughts at some point, but I forgot what those thoughts were earlier this week.
This is just the most well-oiled machine.
Bro, we free roam. What we got? What is it? Nope, I don't have anything.
Man, main topic. Um,
You don't have any weird questions? Weird thoughts?
I mean, plenty of, let me just take a gander real quick.
I don't know
My
if you're joking or not.
oh, we talk about this Blizzard thing.
Ah,
If you want to get into that,
yeah, I'm down. Lead us to the promised land.
yeah. So basically, Blizzard Activision, Activision Blizzard, however you say it. I think it's Activision Blizzard. Again, corporations doing shicey stuff.
Pusheist.
um, treating women like people have always unfortunately treated women. But there's just some things coming to light and some very unsavory working conditions and treating women as subhuman. And basically, the state of California is suing the company over these conditions,
Mm-hmm.
um, which are not limited to one case, or like one incident. And I think it's interesting to see something like that in gaming. There's a bunch of employees speaking out now about it. Uh, but it's definitely something interesting. It's interesting to see something like that. Oh, excuse me. It's something. It's to me personally, it's interesting to see something like this because they make products that directly influence a lot of our lives. The nerds, gamers, things that we actually care about. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like they make Call of Duty, they make Overwatch, they like a bunch of stuff. Couldn't even name out like World of Warcraft, Diablo, like just a bunch of crap. But uh yeah, so I mean like I don't really know what to say about it other than like stop it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying I'm not trying to like make light of the situation, but like like come on, like are we still doing this? Especially like from the companies that like we all grew up with like dreams of working at. You know what I mean? Because it's like you and me had a conversation not too long ago about something like this, relatively close to something like this. But it's like a lot of these girls they grow up into women, and these people grow up. They like play all these games and they watch these movies and TV shows and whatnot, and they want to be a part of the community and get to be just to find out that like this like their safe space these things that they like you know wanted to be a part of are just as toxic as like everything else.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, I that's unfortunate. And I feel like, you know, like yeah, if it takes a whole friggin' state to sue that company just to get the shit like in order, then I'm for it. I mean, I don't know if it's actually gonna change anything,
Hmm.
but you know,
I mean, like, uh, I would hope it would change something, but like you just said, I don't know exactly how it's going to change anything because from what I understood from the situation is they're letting a bunch of harassment go by. They're treating people unfairly.
yeah,
By people, I mean like specifically women. So like,
yeah.
if that's the case, like, what can they really do other than enforce the rules a little bit better?
I mean, but that's just the thing. Is like all they're gonna do is be like, okay, sure, we'll enforce the rules. Just like we've been enforcing the rules. You know what I mean? Like that's all they gotta say. It's just like, yeah, we'll do what you say.
Hmm.
Then the tension goes away, and then it's back to business as usual. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and that's what I'm afraid of,
because
dude.
it's like, I mean, but that's the thing is like that's exactly what happens. Like a lot of these corporations, it's like they operate this way because like they're not getting caught. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's sad to think that like a lot of places and corporations and businesses do this type of stuff, but like that's just the reality of it because businesses and corporations are ran by people, and people are
yeah.
terrible.
People are biased and people have their own minds, which bleeds into the work.
Yeah, so like I wish I could believe that like stuff is gonna change, but like I don't think it will. I think that the best we can do is draw attention to it, raise awareness, uh, pay these women. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Maybe we can get them up out of that situation and get them somewhere where it's not happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like my heart really sincerely does go out to them because it's like, yo, like it's one thing to go work for a company that like you don't give a shit about just because you got to make ends meet. You know what I mean? But like, yo, like I'm going to go work for the company that makes the video games that I love to play. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, and then to find out that it's just like terrible. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, like that's gotta suck.
But do you, is it possible to separate the two? Like the company from the workers?
Man, I mean,
Because it's not like the company, it's not like the product of the company is are the workers.
no, but like the thing is like the people in charge are typically the ones who are like allowing this stuff to happen, and like they're the ones who get the final say so like what goes into a lot of the products. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where, where it's like oh, it's like I'm gonna force you to draw like some borderline sexist design on one of these characters' t-shirts, and you can either draw this thing or you can get another job. You know what I
Bro.
mean?
I'm gonna go ahead and go on the record
But
and say
like,
that happens almost every single company.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. But it's like,
Video game company, should I say.
yeah, but it's like, what do you do about it? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's depressing to think about. Like, it genuinely is. But like, my heart definitely goes out more to the women who are actually going through this because, like, I can say it's depressing to think about, but like, they have to actually deal with it,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, I don't know what to say to y'all other than my heart goes out. To hope that things change for the better. Like, I don't want to make light of the situation at all, like in any way. Um, but yeah, like, fuck them, start cashing checks. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Cause like in that situation, it's like That's pretty much the only way to fight back against it. Like people listen to money.
Yeah.
That's just the direction it's gonna have to go.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I had a weird thought. Finally,
Hmm.
you ready?
Okay, I'm
This
ready.
this is the OSHA tap and tangent. Okay. So this is what I was referring to as far as the thoughts I was having earlier in the week. Um. So and it kind of ties into this. I think about this a little bit too often, but it seems as if there's a neutral zone when it comes to what's accepted and what's unaccepted. Follow me so far.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So pretty much it boils down to my question is how dehumanized do we get to where we have to where it's acceptable? Because like there's our emotions, there's only a certain amount of our emotions that we're allowed to act on to where it's okay, and then there is a basic amount of emotions that we have to act on for it to be okay. For instance, if someone dies, you're considered to be heartless if you don't like respond to it any type of way. And
Nah.
then on in most cases, if it's somebody personal, and then on the opposite end, you can say that you're like messed up in the head if you do something super crazy, like harm somebody because you lost somebody.
I don't really know what the correlation is between these two, but I'm gonna just say that when it comes to people dying, like
Just an
personal,
example.
like
Just
define,
an example.
because like the thing is like even like you say somebody personal, it's like okay, like I can know somebody personally and still like hate them. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna tell you right now, like when a certain individual, what I mean, is no longer with us, I might just throw a party. Like,
Okay, what about
you know what I
somebody
mean?
you care about and actually vibe with and all that?
I mean, well, yeah, I'm gonna be heartbroken. Like, but like sometimes I feel like I'm not the greatest at like showing emotions. Like sometimes I'm just like it's uncontrollable and like it clicks and just like it's waterworks everywhere. But sometimes I'm just like, okay, I'm sad. I don't want to talk to anybody or do anything, but I'm definitely sad.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I may not grieve publicly, but I am grieving. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like I saw a video. It was a TikTok video, and normally I don't care for like people getting made fun of in videos, but it was this girl, and she had a snake, and the snake died, and she's on TikTok holding her dead snake,
Why?
recording herself, recording herself crying, and the caption is, "I woke up to this morning," and it's her crying, holding her dead snake in her arms. So then, like, a dude makes a video making fun of her, basically, like, and he's like pretending to be her setting up the camera and then getting the snake and like crying. Because it's like, and, like, I'm not trying to like laugh at the girl, but it's like at the same time, oh, sorry, I didn't know if I was frozen. I'm not trying to laugh at the girl, but like at the same time, she literally had to set up her camera and then cut the video after she was like in place and like camera ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that the video started with her like actually holding the snake and crying. And I'm like, if you really care about the snake that much, like, cause like at that point, it's just kind of like a performance. You know what I mean? So, like, on one hand, like, I definitely use social media to vent and stuff like that. But I feel like there's a difference when you're just putting on a show just because people are like looking for something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, I don't know. So like stuff like that makes me feel weird. Cause like yeah, you definitely like lost something, and you have a reason to grieve, but like the way that you're doing it is it's kind of icky. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, but I don't know.
Okay, you froze for like half a
Still looking
second.
for.
But like what I'm getting at, like I understand what you're saying, and I agree with that, because like I hate when people. I'm not a fan of the whole camera in my face all the time thing, in general. Like, okay, we're recording a podcast
Mhm.
here, but so it's a little bit different. In my eyes, it's a little bit different. But like as far as like you said, performative actions like that, and like living in the moment in those instances, I hate when people are just like, oh, phone time. You're a monkey. Just record, dance for me. I don't know. Um, but like what I'm getting at, which is like some super futuristic AI type, I'm conspiring conspiracy theories type stuff, is that in my brain it seemed like we're getting closer and closer to where we're trying to remove as much of our human factor as possible, or we have to
I
in order
disagree.
to.
I disagree.
You
I
disagree?
wholeheartedly disagree.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I wholeheartedly disagree
Do you know what I mean
because
by
like I
that? Do you know what I mean by that? I want to
okay,
make sure we're talking about
can,
the
can,
same thing.
continue.
Okay. So like, what I was bringing up earlier is kind of like I was talking about the emotional part, not necessarily about like anger and whatnot, but like the whole human experience. I feel like looks at emotion and also, well, I think that's like the main thing because like everything just kind of comes from the emotional aspects. Like we're trying to have fun because it makes us happy, blah blah blah. We avoid certain stimulus, certain things because like it pisses us off or we get jealous or whatever, blah blah blah. And then there's all the other different emotions that we can feel. Like there's a whole freaking spectrum. So there's the emotional side. And I feel like nowadays we have to take away some of the biases that we have because we all inherently have a bias towards something. Which like I'm not against it taking away the biases. I think it makes for a better world. But I'm curious how far it's gonna go, if you know what I mean.
I still disagree.
You still disagree? All right,
I'm
let's hear
not.
it. Let's hear it.
I'm not. First of all, I don't think inherently just having a bias towards something is good or bad. I think it
I
depends
agree.
on what. I think it depends on what we're talking about. Talking about all that type of stuff. I don't think people are trying to phase out like the human element. You know what I mean? I
I don't think
think,
that's the
th-
intent, but go ahead.
yeah, like I think that might be like that kind of language feels like it feels like a corporation basically trying to get people to be more efficient. You know what I mean? Or like it kind of like that to me. That language has kind of like oh we need you have your individuality type feel out of it and to be work, and then like that's it. Like and then when you die we replace you type shit. Like
Hmm.
I I wouldn't say that I live like that. You know what I mean? Like I uh I feel how I feel about what I feel. you know, you know what I mean, and who I feel it about. Uh, you know what I mean? I think that drives a lot of who I am. You know, it drives like my decisions, uh, a bunch of stuff like that, my personality. Um, I don't think bias is bad unless you're like it's not good or bad just by itself. Like it has to be like the context is important.
In general, it isn't bad. But in specific cases, you think it's bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like I said, context is important. Like context, subtext, uh, you know, situational information, stuff like that. Um, but I don't think just having bias or like acting emotionally. I don't think acting emotionally is bad. You know what I mean? Because like we're humans, we're gonna do it like regardless of how we feel about it. Honestly,
Mm,
like so I don't think condemning people for acting emotionally is I don't think it's necessary to condemn people for doing that because it's like yo like yeah like I my emotions are I feel a certain way about something you did or said and now I'm choosing to do and say this in response to that and that's how I feel.
mm,
You know what I mean? And I feel like we're to me the idea of condemning people for acting or reacting emotionally to certain things that go on or certain things that happen is like I feel like it does more in favor of like not holding certain people accountable for things. You know what I mean? Because I really only ever hear that argument like somebody who definitely does something shady and is looking basically not to be like publicly shamed for it. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Like, oh, like y'all are just tripping. You know what I mean? Like I can do what I want in the country. Blah 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 blah. Even though we all know what they did was something super fucking grimy, but they're like, oh, y'all are just in your feelings. I'm like, yeah, I'm damn right I'm in my feelings. Like you just like shot your girlfriend or some shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, uh, like I don't know. Trying to think of an example. I was gonna use Tory Lanez, but which I guess that'd be somewhat of a good example. I don't know. I can't think of a better one on the top of my head.
Mm.
But he just came out. He just came out last year, or he just came out this year and said that he hasn't won any awards because of what happened last year when he's been making music for like 10 years and hasn't like won these awards. But he's blaming it on all on last year, which is when he shot Megan Thee Stallion. So
You get one you get one solid year that you can complain about to where that argument like sticks.
yeah,
Uh,
but that's what I'm saying. He's like, oh well, I shot, that happened, and then y'all are trying to basically just like cancel me, and I'm, or maybe your music is trash, or just maybe you're just like a grimy dude. You know what I mean?
mm,
Like, I don't know. Like to me, like the whole like people shouldn't get emotional over stuff. I'm just like, yeah, people definitely take it to extremes and like over the top sometimes. But like condemning emotion and emotional responses, I don't think is the way to go
I feel
because
like that happens though. For the
I mean it
extreme
definitely
cases, which and that's what I'm asking about. Is like, how can we? I understand wanting to limit people from displaying those, it's because like it can lead to really crazy situations and whatnot. Like I understand that, but at the same time, it's like we have to. I feel as if we have to remove remove like part of our humanity in order to fit
yeah,
into
I agree with you.
society, which is like,
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think it's ridiculous because we basically bend and contort ourselves into these things that we're not in order to play by certain people's. It's basically like you said, like dance monkey. You know what I mean? Like, like I'm doing the dance. I'm playing the game to get what I need from this person or this corporation or from the government,
yeah.
just so I can survive.
But some
You
of
know
it
what
is
I mean?
actually necessary, though. What do you think?
I mean, it's necessary because they make it necessary. You know what I mean?
I mean, okay. So, for instance, would you be cool? Okay, that's probably a bad example for you. But would you be cool if the government didn't protect you if you got robbed or something like that?
Does the government protect you? Like,
Or would you be cool if there weren't services provided to you if you had like a lawsuit to serve somebody? Because the whole idea is like society provides these things, and you're contractually signing this agreement by acting a certain way.
I would argue against that though, because like even people who break those rules are still provided these services. Like convicts are still and suspects in criminal cases are still provided with defense.
I mean, they're
You know
suspects.
what
They
I
haven't done
mean?
anything wrong.
But still, like you're okay. So let's say you're convicted. Like you're still provided with like basic human rights. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So that's let me just because that's a stretch, but uh, like you still have food, you have like a place to sleep,
pursuit of happiness.
like you know what I mean. Like so, I'm not out here trying to glorify prison or you know what I mean, or say that prison's like this great thing because it's definitely not. Uh, I don't know. Like yeah, I agree with you in the sense of like they take our humanity and dance. I get tired of it. I would love excuse me. I would love to be able to just do what I want and not have to worry about like doing it the way somebody else wants me to do it in order to get what I need.
Hmm.
But until that happens, until I have the resources to do that, yeah, I gotta play by the rules. But that's not because I want to or because I think it's the right thing to do. It's literally just because I have to. Like, like I will never willingly put in like 10 plus years for a corporation that if I genuinely feel like I'm killing myself working for them, and just to like not get anything out of it.
Yeah.
So like I felt like I wasted most of my 20s doing that, chasing this job because I didn't know any better and I didn't think I could get anything better. But I'm done with that type of mentality that work my way up, you know, do what they tell me type mentality. It doesn't benefit the worker. It doesn't benefit the person. You know what I mean? Like it literally just benefits the system because the system doesn't come back and take care of the person 9 out of 10. Like so, I don't know. Like I agree with you in the sense of it robs us of our individuality and personality. But like until we change the system, you know what I mean? What can you do about it? So and the system has to be changed on a mass level that it's actually going to matter. Like and that's what people fight. That's what people fight for. That's what people fight against. And ultimately, the people in power are the ones who are going to keep things the way they are. So, like people say that like ideas like that are radical, but like we literally have to have something radical for the actual change to happen. So,
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it. As always, we're still on that road.
yeah,
We'll see when we get to the end of the road. Doubt it being anytime
it's
soon.
not wrong to feel your feelings. Let me say that it's not wrong to feel your feelings, but if your feelings are saying that certain people aren't as human as you are, then fuck your feelings. Oh
That
my
sounds kind of circular, but I get what you're saying.
god.
Bro.
But my
Alright.
I'm if you feel like I'm not human, I'm punching you in the face.
What?
Like, like,
Bro. Don't punch people, man. You just not talk to
unless
them.
they're unless they're neo
Alright.
Nazis.
We're done. You got anything else you want to hop into?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm cool.
You're punching neo-Nazis.
Straight up Captain America stuff.
Yo, let me get a video of you doing that, and then I'll be down.
Well, I'd have to like find a neo Nazi I want to be in close proximity to, which doesn't sound like a great time. But
I mean, they're not all violent. All right, which
I
one
didn't
song?
say violence.
Hello?
Yeah, I didn't say violence is the reason I don't want to be around them.
Oh, fair enough. All right, which one are we riding out to? Get up out of here.
Uh, I would be down for Olympus Coliseum. I would also be down for the Final Fantasy main theme, or
Which one haven't
the
you
Soul
heard?
Calibur.
Let's go with that.
What haven't I heard?
Yeah, because there's tons
I
on here I
feel
haven't
like
heard.
I've heard the. I don't recognize the name of the Sonic song, but I know as soon as we play it, I'm gonna know what it is. But yeah, I haven't heard. I haven't played the Tales of series. I haven't played the Ace Combat series. I'm not super knowledgeable about Monster Hunter or Winning Eleven or Gritties.
You play Chrono
So
Trigger?
yeah,
Oh, word? I didn't know that. All right, let's.
you can't go wrong with the victory fanfare from Final
Yeah, we're not
Fantasy.
doing that one. It's okay though. We ain't doing that one. We ain't doing Kingdom Hearts. Oh, we can do Olympus Coliseum.
Oh,
We can do the Coliseum. I'm cool with that. It's chill
okay.
enough. All right, let's go mess with Starlight Zone. See if your theory is right. Ooh, what happened in Olympus? Let's hear it. The Olympic version. They played this at the Olympics. It sounds so bad because of the audio. I thought I
I
deleted it.
also need to turn down my.
Yeah, that's what that is. Olympus. Oh, oh, Olympus. Coliseum. How do I spell Liggett? Here we go.
Ligit.
Stop. Bro. Alright.
It's time to help people custom.
Fucking Limu Emu. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Kayak.
Yeah, I remember this music. Rolling in, trying to fight Sephiroth a bajillion times.
Yeah. Sin Harvest. Alright, go ahead, lead us off.
Well, what episode is this?
25.
Pikachu, thank you for joining us for episode 25 of inPerspekTev, where we have discussed all things big and small, deep and shallow, lengthy and girthy, from space rockets to rocks being propelled through space. um,
Bars. That happened.
we uh we love you for joining us. Um, follow me. My handle is light underscore strife. That's Light underscore STRIFE on social media. Look for a new drop coming very soon. Um, and stay safe. Feel your feelings. Don't hurt nobody unless they deserve it. uh,
Yo, that's not an objective feeling.
if they deserve it, give them a show you can.
No, no.
um, and keep watching in perspective for more perspectives.
We'll get some more perspectives on here eventually. I don't know when, but it'll happen. I'm gonna start chasing people down. I got questions. I always have questions. I don't know who gets annoyed by it, but we'll figure it out. Alright. As like I said, thank you guys for watching. Episode 25. I ain't got much to say. Follow podcasts. I promise to get some clips out. That'll probably be the next thing I do tomorrow. Since I'll have time and the mental fortitude to actually get through and do those actions. I got a bunch of stuff just saved up. Already uploaded to YouTube, everything. Just gotta push the go live with those videos. Um, aside from that, yeah, just follow podcasts at Perspective. Get some stuff on Instagram, YouTube. Might post some stuff to Twitter pretty soon. Get the scene back on the gravy train again. And yeah, that's it. White gravy or brown gravy?
Brown gravy.
Why?
White gravy if it's going on country fried steak.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't really care. Gravy's gravy.
Wait. Are you putting brown gravy on? Do you like gravy on like breakfast items?
It's alright, but like biscuits and gravy isn't all it's cracked up to
All right. We thank you guys for watching. Freaking blasphemer. The heck?
be. Just give me the scrambled eggs and the